This hand's okay. The classic Izzet Charm basic forest opener. I'm gonna keep it on the draw. We've got Bolt and the Scavenging Ooze, so even if we fumble a little bit, we've got some plays. What's going on, Knight? Yeah, I think that deck's really sweet. Alright, so this is like 10 out of 10. This is 10 out of 10 red-green Eldrazi. Almost certainly. I guess it's too early to know for sure, but this opener is likely red-green Eldrazi. Let's not say it with certainty. Morning, Dango. I'm gonna fetch a Stomping Ground here, especially since we drew the Strangleroot Geist. I like burning the Bolt here aggressively because if they are playing Eldrazi, this isn't going to kill a lot of their larger threats. What do I think the most popular lineup will be? I think I would wait on that prediction until we find out if they're going to ban Deathrite Shaman in Legacy. I feel like the current Legacy format is medium enough that they're going to make some changes before that PT. Nah, it'll almost certainly be Humans in Modern. Humans has been putting up a lot of good results. Maybe I'm supposed to play the Strangleroot Geist just because they're holding up Bolt here. This likely means that they're on Eldrazi, like we said. Yeah, we played Knuckleblade main last time, and Knuckleblade in the main felt really good, so I'm running back Knuckleblade in the main. Humans has been having, like, really incredible tournaments. The deck's very powerful. Is in fact red green Eldrazi. I can try and remember DAOs. That's a thought knot. Nah, Humans is fine. You shouldn't ban Humans. Humans is a great deck to have be the best deck in Modern. Humans is a deck that just general interaction is good against. It has a good, honest game plan of, like, playing good creatures and disruptive creatures on curves and beating down. This start is not good for us. The fact that they hit a Bolt for our mana creature and then had a second mana creature of their own is pretty brutal, especially since we were on the draw. They took Scavenging Ooze. I guess that makes sense because Scavenging Ooze could grow larger than their Squid Daddies. Yeah, right? It's like one of those things where we talk about it's like, this is actually fair and balanced. I'm just going to concede to a Reality Smasher here. Second thought not. Please be a Smasher so I can concede in good conscience. I don't give criticism if I don't have constructive criticism to give, Justin. Like, I haven't been playing Standard, so, like, I genuinely don't know if it's good, bad, or otherwise, or whether or not any of your choices are reasonable. So, while I am happy to play your deck, if you're expecting good, solid feedback on it afterwards, you're probably going to be disappointed. Alright, I'm pretty sure I want to trim Strangleroot Geist as a matchup. Basically, like, anytime we need to be a little bit defensive, I think Strangleroot Geist comes out. Actually, Abrade's probably not good enough in this matchup, right? I don't think Blood Moon is here. If you look in the donation queue, Rick, there's a list of decks in there. I guess I'll leave a couple of these in for the Eldritch Evolutions. I had too many decks to put them all in the stream title, so I just didn't. I'm planning to go a little bit longer than normal today. My plan is to go for a minimum of 7 hours on Monday. I'm gonna go for 8 or 9 today, I think. Get a bunch of stuff knocked out. Hey, Lego Sarah, what's going on? Well, I don't know if it's the first non-poop pile. I gotta play some games with it first. We might just get destroyed. Yeah, I've been labeling them as today for a while as a heads up. Oh wait, is that sorts them towards the top? So that way people can find them. Asking the hard-hitting questions. I think that's how I want to board. Maybe I want this Staticaster in my deck because it allows bolts to upgrade into killing Thought-Knot Seers, and they also have mana creatures. That seems okay. It needs a blue source pretty badly, but like the rest of the cards are very reasonable. Why is that better than Scape Shift? Can you tell me that? Why is that not? So while we do play a lot of like tier 2 and tier 3 decks on the stream, I try not to play things that are just like worse versions of existing established decks. So that seems like it's probably a worse version of an established deck. Would like to kill your Noble Herrick. Opponent's really good at playing Dorks on 1. Why is there only one Kiki? There's only one Kiki because you can cast it when you draw it, and you generally don't want to draw it. This is a aggressive deck first and a combo deck second. If you're interested in playing a deck that's rushing towards putting a combo into play, you should play something that's not this deck. This deck is neat and okay and reasonable because it's a aggressive mid-range deck first that sometimes has a combo in it, and a 5 mana 2/2 is not a very good aggressive creature. I don't think Blue-Red Prison had a bad Trod matchup to start, but yeah, we've played it in a bunch of leagues. We've played it in 2 leagues in the last week alone, so be sure to check out my YouTube channel. You can find all of my stuff gets archived there. Here's hoping we hit a blue source this turn. It's a smart, they're relicking themselves. It's kind of, I wonder if they just assume we're on Tarmogoyf. So like this. There's nothing says bad Kiki combo deck like hoping to draw your 3rd land and then drawing a 5-drop. Man, it'd have been really good if we'd have been able to cast this because it trades with this very cleanly. Wonder if they click through their combat there. It's a good draw. I'm gonna fetch a basic island to preserve our health total here. Yep, exclamation point donation queue. All the decks are listed towards the top. I had too many decks to play to fit them all in the title, so decided not to throw them up there. Another land, please. Well, I mean, I guess Roast is a good card. I really don't want to make this trade. Scavenging Ooze is very valuable. It's one of our only things that can get larger than a bread box. Or a, you know, Thought-Knot Seer, depending on how you look at it. And it's funny, like, I go into other streams and, like, people just have so little information available on their streams. I'm just like, man, can't I just, like, help myself instead of having to ask you stupid questions, streamer? Can't you just make the information available to me? Because, like, the more I watch other people stream, the more I understand why, like, when people come in here, they don't try and help themselves. Because, like, I always, like, look at their information section and, like, look for a bot command. And then, like, most of the time, just, like, neither of those things are useful or exist. And it's just like, oh, this is why everybody asks, because they're used to asking. Caleb doesn't believe in deck lists. Yep. Sure. To each their own, I suppose. There's no way this is attacking. Yep. Land. That's really unfortunate. I don't think I want to turn this into a 4-drop. I'm not gonna roast because they're gonna Thought Knot me, take a roast so that I can roast that next turn. I guess I'm just playing another one of these, right? Yeah, I guess I'm just playing another Scavenging Ooze. Thinking about popping this relic, maybe. Are you like trying to find Temur Spy? If you type !help in chat, you'll get a list of all the bot commands. Well, this is probably like 2 weeks late. Well, thanks for the resub, Bulletproof Pope. I appreciate it. 15 months. Welcome back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I actually cleaned out a bunch of the bot commands the other day, so most of the ones that are left are relevant, I believe. Yeah, they don't have a ton going on either. It's like the fact that we're sitting here land screwed doesn't really matter as of yet. That is a relic. Worth no longer exists. Come on, opponent. You've killed my Scavenging Ooze. Congrats. Am I getting Thought Knot seared? Morning, Equinox. I got a pair of roasts. Come at me. This is great. Now I can take 2 draws next turn to be more likely to hit a land drop. I hate to go ahead and eat this Scavenging Ooze out of my bin, getting my other ooze up to a 3/3. Twitch Prime sub like it's my job. Morning, according to Ben. That's sweet. I probably just want to roast them, right? No, I think their line there is good. And, like, this is a good example of, like, why Kiki-Jiki isn't very good, right? Because he just doesn't, he's not good in board states like this, right? I guess he's okay with Coiling Oracle, but still not really good. Well, it can't be a roast. We've already had both of our roasts, unfortunately. So this is up to a 4/4. Roast them like Michelle Wolf. God bless. All right, so I'm gonna smack him for 4 here. According to Ben, so when you resub, you'll need to refresh your browser page, and then you'll get a little box, I believe it's the top of the chat, that lets you type in a message and send with the notification. At any rate, thanks for re-upping your support. I appreciate it. Welcome back. The first time you sub, you don't have to do that, but when you resub, you get to send a message with it. So Smusher, Batter Skull. That is something. I don't think I boarded in my sages, did I? I did not. Huh. Well, now we might need to combo them, chat. Now we might need to combo them. I didn't board in my Abrades either, right? Yeah, I also did not board in Abrade. I guess I guess I'm just doing this, right? I'm just gonna get a forest and cast this Kiki-Jiki, and then like next turn I can combo them. So this is a little trick with Kiki-Jiki. So the Kiki-Jiki token stays around until the beginning of the next end step. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy my Coiling Oracle during my end step, because what this does is it means my opponent can't kill my Coiling Oracle in response to me targeting it, so I guaranteed get the token, and this token's gonna live through my opponent's entire turn, so it's gonna be able to block next turn. Now we know if we get a game 3, we'll bring Abrade in. Actually, honestly, I'll probably just board in a Rec Sage. Abrade's pretty bad. Yeah, we can combo through Thought Knots here now. Exactly. And they know we have Bounding Krasis, so like, they're on removal or bust here. What you got, opponent? What you got? What you got? What you got? Grab a forest. Well, just to start, Andrew, it's definitely going to be that kind of stream. We're going to play Blue Black Mill next. I've met you, Klutz. Blue Black Mill is exactly your kind of jam. This is a mid-range Temur combo deck. There's a deck list on your screen, a little overlay button you can click on. If you're on mobile, you can type !deck in chat, and that'll take care of it for you. So they're attacking with this. Like I said, we get a free block here. Do you have any plans to touch standard in the near or semi-future? Well, Justin sent me enough money to get me to play his one standard deck. I don't know if we're going to make standard a regular thing, though. Did I board out Pestermite? That's actually kind of unfortunate. You did hit a year. Thank you. Thank you for the year. Have a sword. Enjoy. I'm playing at Louisville in 2 weeks. What should I play? My options are everything except you should play the deck you enjoy playing. Magic doesn't make enough money to play a deck that you don't enjoy. So you should play a deck that you like playing. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and copy my Coiling Oracle here. All right, you have a lightning bolt. Survey says salt, 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 salty, crispy, dead opponents. They thrive on lots of salt. Maybe they just don't know what this combo is. This combo is not very common, to be fair. Yeah, they're not salty, they're just new. God bless. God bless you, opponent. Do I want this Reclamation Sage? I almost feel like I want the Reclamation Sage. Just as like a fun of. What do we think? What do we think? I think Strangleroot Geist is pretty bad, especially on the draw. I'm gonna bring in one Sage and one Abrade. Let's run it. Actually, I'm going to leave a Pestermite in over the third Krasis as well. No, I don't think so. You shouldn't. I don't like Fulminator Maging the non-Tron decks. Like, killing their Eldrazi temple after they already used it to cast a Thought Knot Seer generally isn't a winning game plan, just because, like, their threat's already in play. So, like, spending your turn killing their land as opposed to interacting with the thing that they played generally isn't a winning condition. For those of you that are newer to the stream, this is a deck list that we've played a bunch of different times in the last few months. It is was originally a donation deck list that I kind of took a fancy to and like started tuning. It's okay. It's not tier 1 by any means, but it's got a lot of fun lines in it. It's got some sweet aggressive draws. We get to Eldritch Evolution and a Shaman of the Great Hunt, which is just a hoot. Yeah, Baloth is great in this matchup. Not only does it like buffer our health total on like trade with a Thought-Knot Seer, but like getting to discard it to Reality Smasher's trigger is just A+. Heading into game 3 here of the first match this morning. Is there a reason for the 3-1 Krasis Pestermite split? There is. So generally speaking, Krasis is better in this deck because it beats your opponent down faster, and like we're an aggressive deck first and a combo deck second. But there's situations where you want your Eldritch Evolution to effectively cost 2 mana by Eldritch Evolutioning into a combo creature and then using the Pestermite to untap your land. And Bounding Krasis can only tap creatures or untap creatures. So Pestermite can be cheaper off of an Eldritch Evolution. A Zero Forever with the $20 donation. It's a cruel reality that our opponent will find misfortune as we place them in a ghostly prison as they gaze at our overwhelming splendor. Yeah, so if you're looking at the donation queue, the Curses deck is very much towards the top. Leyline and Start of the Game effects are currently broken on Magic Online, so I'm not intentionally ignoring the Curses deck. We just literally can't play it until they fix the Magic Online bugs. Why not a second Kiki-Jiki? Because drawing Kiki-Jiki generally sucks. You want one Kiki in your deck to Eldritch Evolution for when your combo is going to be good. But again, this is not a combo deck. This is a very, very bad combo deck. What this deck is it's an okay mid-range aggressive deck that sometimes combo kills people. How is Leyline broken? Apparently, if you mulligan to 6 and have a Leyline in your opener, the game just hard locks for both players and you can't continue playing the match. So like people that are thinking you might want more Kiki-Jikis in this deck, my best piece of advice to give you is that if you want to play a deck that's a fast or more consistent combo deck, you just shouldn't play this deck. This deck is not good because it's a combo deck. It's good because it's a mid-range deck. It's for all start of game effects. So like we also can't play red-black Reanimator in Legacy because it has Chancellor of the Void in it. And again, just like look at this, right? Just like Jerk Kiki-Jiki. Ugh. No, the bug blog is not complete. In fact, the bug blog, I had a little bird tell me, and I'm not going to say who the little bird's name is, that the bug blog is left intentionally incomplete because they don't want it to scare new players off. We might lose Baloth here. Of course, after they lost game 2 to the combo, I could see them just taking Kiki-Jiki. Yeah, Kiki is at least castable, that's true. I don't think they'll take Bloodbraid Elf just because we have 2 of them. Yeah, uncastable goblins and MTGO bugs. Moan 3564. Thanks for the resub. I appreciate that. 2 months, welcome back. Thanks for helping me do this full time now. Fairly reliable, Equinox. And like, just like speaking from experience, like I can't tell you the number of times I file for comp for a bug and get a response of we're aware of that, but it's not on the bug blog. So you are welcome to send that 20 towards whatever you want to see. Zero Forever. In rare cases, sure. Hey, JWR Magic Matchups. Thanks for the Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. I know there's a lot of excellent people streaming on Twitch right now, so I appreciate you putting your Prime towards my channel this month. I really wish Magic Online, like, when it got to the point where you're up X amount of minutes on clock on your opponent, it just, like, started ticking their clock down twice as fast or something. Just, like, some type of punishment for taking forever. Alright, that's sweet. To go ahead and diddle this and attack with my Bloodbraid. Blue-red prison, please. God, I'm gonna be playing that deck for forever. Yep. I will get that added to prison. The fact that we get to hit here and, like, we added 5 power to play could mean we could be in a position to just race them here, even if they have a smasher. Especially with, like, jump blocks for this and, like, the 4 health from here. Jund isn't a mid-range creature deck. Jund is a deck that plays lots of disruption. When I say mid-range creature decks, I mean decks that can't interact with spell-based combo, generally speaking. Jund plays a bunch of 1-mana discard. When I say creature-based decks should have a combo in them, I'm talking about decks like green-white mid-range. And, like, random just, like, creatures that, like, their first disruption is, like, playing a 3-mana creature on turn whatever. Yeah, we played Blue-Red Prison last night, actually. We were on for a few leagues. It's up on YouTube now. It'll be interesting to see how aggressive they want to get here, because they know we have another Bloodbraid Elf. Ooh, that's really good. It lets them attack through my Pestermite. Tireless Tracker is a pretty good draw. This card's just great in general. How does this deck beat a fast combo deck if it can't interact? Well, we have Scab-Clan Berserker in our board, we have some Izzet Charms, and we can just race them. Like, we can combo kill on the 4th turn occasionally, too. I think I'm settled into playing green-black mid-range for the open. The Nahiri deck's just not proactive enough. I think I'd rather just, like, play a bunch of Tireless Trackers. This card's really good. Yeah, exactly, Knight of St. Trath. I think this is just, like, secretly the best green spell in Modern. It's very, very powerful. If they have a Smusher here, we're in danger of not being able to race at this point. Although I guess if they, like, play Smusher and smash with everything, I can go, like, chump block here. Actually, I probably don't even want to chump block because of Scavenging Ooze. I could just go, like, trade. That puts 4 creatures in the bin, then Scavenging Ooze comes down and gets huge. A new fundraiser for current. No, I'm not gonna. I'm just going to Louisville as an actual regular Magic trip. I'm gonna focus on doing well. I'd like to try and qualify for the Invitational. And this is Louisville's my only chance to play a tournament to qualify for the Invitational. So I would like to give myself the best possible chance to do well there. If they attack with just this, attack with just that. Okay, so I am super happy to make this trade here since I have the Scavenging Ooze in my hand. Like, now the Scavenging Ooze gets to come down and be huge. Gain us some health back as well. They have 4 cards left, but if they can't start... Ooh, do they have an Ooze of their own? If they have an Ooze of their own, this trade's really bad for us. Sweet, not an Ooze. EE for 3. Well, that's a big old bag of dicks. I don't know. I haven't played Standard. Actually, just no idea what's good, better, otherwise in the format. I think I'm just supposed to get the Scoos going here. I think I'm just supposed to play this and make it huge. They have another Engineered Explosives. They have another Engineered Explosives. I'm going to leave my Birds of Paradise untapped here, though, because I would like to be able to chump block with it in the event they have another Eldrazi Obligator. Would it help if a bunch of us came to Louisville and stood behind you and critiqued and gave suggestions you played? That's a really quick way to get thrown out of a Magic tournament. So I would recommend saving the feedback for post-match feedback. So the Scavenging Ooze beats this Thought-Knot Seer inside of combat, even with the Exalted trigger, which is great. So like, if they don't have Obligator or another Engineered Explosives, we should be in a pretty favorable spot from here. Especially when we get to untap and like slam this Bloodbraid next turn. Ooh. They can just, that's true. Arguing amongst yourselves is definitely a-okay. Just gotta make sure the people playing can't hear it. What about shouting incoherently from 15? That makes you effectively real life Twitch chat, right? If you're just like screaming at me from 40 feet away. All right, that's a smusher. Wonder if they have a land. Perfect. No land means that the Scavenging Ooze will be able to like keep growing. They have a lightning bolt. I am like super fine trading Scoos for Thought-Knot Seer plus a lightning bolt here. Like that trade is super reasonable for us. Oh, do they have a Dismember? I don't know how I feel about a Dismember here. They do have a Dismember. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead. I have more Scavenging Oozes, but I think I just want to gain my guaranteed health because there's no guarantee that we hit another Scoos. Sure. That's a great draw. So I know they have Reality Smasher in their hand. So I'm going to start with this, and I might just save this for the Smasher. That's great. Kill your thing. Yeah, and they're at 8. Yeah, let's just get in here. And yeah, so I'm going to hold this roast for a possible smusher. Yeah, hopefully we're gonna get to like roast the smusher, drop the Baloth into play. And they know we have the Baloth, so they might be... They don't know we have the roast though, I suppose. And if they like take this turn to Thought-Knot Seer us, it like kinda sucks, but that also means we're like not getting Smashered up for the turn, so that also seems fine. So hopefully this is just like Smasher, beep beep attack. I get to crack this clue at end step. Yeah, Baloth comes into play free from the Smasher trigger. Yeah, we're winning on clock, but like they're not going to need more than 4 minutes to win this game if they're winning. Their deck's pretty aggressive, which is like the extra annoying part. Like this match has been going on for 40 minutes and like most of that has been my opponent diddling around. I don't know what your question means, Neg. I mean, most decks that have red but not black removal do play Roast. That's also a great draw. So now I get to roast this, trigger, put my Baloth into play. In my experience, the red green Eldrazi deck just feels kind of clunky. Like, it has a clock, but as far as like modern goes, the things the Eldrazi deck is doing are generally kind of honest. And like, modern's a really pretty brutal degenerate format. So like, it's slower and clunkier than like humans on average and has like a similar game plan. The trigger did work, that's true. That's true. So we got 3 lethal threats in play. We've got a speedy Bloodbraid Elf in hand. So hopefully that's gonna be a wrap for this one. Running them down. Yeah, like you put 4 Eldrazi Temples and 4 Thought-Knots and 4 Smashers in your deck, and like some amount of your draws are gonna be very good. Yeah. If you could have Temple in every opener, just another Smusher, that's not gonna be good enough. I didn't crack the fetch land because I have Tireless Tracker in my deck. Nah, I don't think I necessarily need to try and win the game that turn. I like this deck too. I think it's a lot of fun. That's a lethal Bloodbraid Elf. Sweet. Off to a 1-0 start here after beating red green Eldrazi. Welcome to everyone. Hope everyone's having a great Monday. How's it going? My name's Jeff Hoagland. I am here full-time on Twitch. Going to be online 30 plus hours a week moving forward. You need an exclamation point schedule in chat to see what my new schedule is going to be. If you are enjoying my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Subscriptions start at $4.99 a month, or if you're one of the many people out there who has Amazon Prime, that gets you Twitch Prime if you link it to your Twitch account, which gives you a free channel subscription every single month to a channel of your choice. Doesn't cost you anything extra. It's included with your Prime. You can also support my stuff by supporting my sponsors, mtgotraders.com. We love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you, and if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. And finally, Mac Weldon provides premium men's clothing. Using code Jeff Hoagland at bit.ly/HoogleClothes, you can save 20% on your first order of premium men's casual wear. They do shirts, polos, underwear, shorts, all sorts of stuff there. Any rate, let's pop back on into our second match here. Hopefully, this opponent will not be down 15 minutes on clock by the end of the match. We can play a good quick money. Good quick money, good quick match. That stands great. It would be nice if we could win a die roll at some point in this league, but turn 1 Bird, turn 2 Geist / Knuckleblade. A lot of good things to like here. Maybe it's been a little while, City Boy, but the head box has been in the same place for a while now. They chose humans. All right. Hey, man, Goody. Thank you very much for the 3-month 3 subscription. I appreciate that. A quarter of a year. Welcome back. Thanks for helping me continue to do what I do here. This hand is probably going to be a little bit slow in the draw. The Big Spell Mage deck is sweet. Definitely. For those of you that do enjoy Hearthstone as well as Magic, on my schedule, I'm going to be doing a couple hours of Hearthstone every Tuesday and Thursday afternoons to close up my streams on those days. Yeah, and the sellout, I bounced it over to the side. Get to rearrange. Damn allergy season. Hey, Killer Caterpillar. There's a lot of excellent people streaming on Twitch right now. Thanks for putting your Twitch Prime towards my channel this month. Welcome. So this is a deck where, against other aggressive decks in the format, you generally want to be... That's terrifying, because it means they have more 1-drops here. You generally want to be a little bit more controlling. So Strangleroot Geist is going to be one of our first cuts in a matchup like this. But for now, Let's just go ahead and slam what is hopefully a 4/4 brick wall for a little bit into play. Like Murloc Paladin. Murloc Paladin is one of the better decks in their standard format right now. I've really been enjoying their standard format in general. It's just got a lot of sweet things going on. And again here, just like showing why the humans deck is very good, right? Like their 1-drop Champion of the Perisher is going to be able to attack through my 4/4 this turn most likely. Fingers crossed they only have one human and then they're going to offer a trade and I will snap that trade right off, especially with the Scavenging Ooze. But this is another Noble Hierarch. Yep, I'm just going to attack through my 4/4. I'm gonna assume that was a misclick and block. Hey, Magical Applegate. Thank you very much for the tier 2 sub. I appreciate that. Thanks for helping me do what I do here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So what am I doing here? I think I'm just gonna go ahead and attack with this Knuckleblade. Yeah, there's a few different good budget decks. If you do some Google searches, you can find some. Hey, Edge Freak, thanks for the Twitch Prime support. Thanks for putting your Amazon Fund money towards my channel this month. Welcome. Tempo Mage and Odd Rogue both have good budget choices. Tempo Mage is like the super budget choice. You can build it without any legendaries. Odd Rogue has to have Baku. So I think I just want to play the Bounding Krasis this turn so I can not get attacked by the Champion of the Parish. And like, if we like Krasis, diddle the Champion of the Parish, and like rip a land next turn, like running Bloodbraid Elves might be enough to pressure my opponent out of this game. Yeah, the data in Hearthstone, and like Blizzard doesn't even provide that data. That's just user farm data. But like the big difference between Hearthstone and Magic, especially Magic Online, is that like when we could farm our own Magic Online data, Wizards of the Coast told Goldfish to stop. Oh, we're very dead. We're very dead. Green Sky Dragon, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So pretty healthy mix of like being on the draw, missing a land drop. Like those are not things you can do in a matchup like that. I think the Staticaster is okay here. So again, when we want to be a little bit more controlling against other aggressive decks, so like these are the first cards to come out for sure. I think maybe, yeah, I don't want this. I'm gonna cut a Knuckleblade, I think. I like having the Baloth as a way to just gain 4 health. Bloodbraid Elf just like generates reasonable value, so I want to keep it. This like cascades into more removal spells. I don't think this is a Blood Moon matchup. Details on donation decks are here. They asked Goldfish to stop, and then they removed the replay feature that Goldfish was using to farm their data. And no, it's not illegal. I always find it silly when people imply that something Wizards of the Coast with their game is illegal. Wizards of the Coast is a private entity, and Magic is their card game. Believe it or not, they can do whatever they want with it, basically. Yeah, the mulliganing in Hearthstone is very skill intensive. Just like the way the partial mulligans work is great. Do I want any other things? I don't know if Blood Moon's good enough in this matchup. Like, it constrains our mana in kind of an awkward way. Maybe the matchup's hard enough that I just want to try and steal a game with it. But I feel like I'd rather just 1-for-1 them out of the game. I have a Braid to kill Aether Vial, though. I don't know, I just feel like every time I have Blood Moon, like, they have Vial, I don't have a Braid, and they have Noble Hierarch, and they just play Magic and kill me anyway. So I think I'd rather just have, like, removal spells and things that play to the board. Heads go down, Apprentice. So, it's actually, like, I really should write an article about things people in Twitch chat always want to do with certain decks, and people constantly want, every time we play this matchup, people are always like, shouldn't we board out Eternal Witness against the humans deck? And Eternal Witness is actually one of the better cards in our deck against humans. Think about it this way. We're boarding up to 10 pieces of removal in this matchup, and Eternal Witness is basically a green Snapcaster Mage. Back from Beijing to submit the Green Sky Dragon. Did you... Green Sky Dragon, as a heads up, you'll need to send in a donation with that. The tier 1 sub just lets you send in donation decks. It's only the tier 3 subscription that includes a free donation deck every month. If we miss on a land here, I'm probably just going to pack it in. All right, so we get to play a game. God bless. I've been sitting for an hour. Let's stand up for a little bit. Enjoy the ride up, chat. All right. Should name the article Twitch chat provides an unfair advantage, right? All right, so we're gonna kill the Kitesail Freebooter and then kill the champion of the parish here. They're down to 4 cards left after that, but like we also don't really have a board. Being down 2 cards to start definitely hurts. Why not a split with Roast and Flame Slash? Because Roast is far more likely to kill Tarmogoyf. The Roast slot is kill target Reality Smasher, kill target Tarmogoyf. Tarmogoyf is generally a 4/5. No, I'm on Central Time. I started early today, Johnny. So I know the schedule. My goal is to be live by 10. Some mornings I'll be live early, so make sure you're following on Twitter or Twitch and have notifications enabled if you want to know exactly when I'm live each day. So I kicked off early. The donation queue is long. My goal is to play a bunch of decks. Harvest Pyre could be okay. We have some tension on our graveyard, though, from Scavenging Ooze and Eternal Witness, though. So, like, Harvest Pyre isn't free. What's the difference between a tier 1 and a tier 2 sub? Tier 2 sub is just... I don't have any bonuses for tier 2 subs right now. Maybe I should. That's a good thing to think about. Yeah, tier 2 sub is just, like, extra support for my content tier. It's just like a double sub, basically. It counts as... costs twice as much and gives me twice as much support. I should think of some kind of little bonus incentive for the tier 2 subs. Right now I only have one for the tier 3s. All right, double vial. That's a great draw. All right. God damn it. When they put in a 2-drop, I'm going to concede. Tier 2 and tier 3 subs do have special emotes. That's something they get. There are some golden emotes in there for the bigger subs. Forgot about those. It's really unfortunate that we bricked on this Bloodbraid Elf. If that would have hit something reasonable, it would have worked for us. Understood that. Had the tab up. Here's the Monumental Sisters list. Perfect. And you even put the link in the donation comment. Perfect. Thank you very much for both the donation and for following the directions. I appreciate that. Izzet Charm. Yep. I'm gonna diddle the Mantis Rider and smack them for 4 here. That's not a bad idea, Johnny Redeemed. Just let them bump a deck by a particular amount. Don't let them add something new, but let them increase, let them see a deck that they want to see sooner. Have you ever thought about, instead of doing full leagues, you could do single matches for donation decks? Nah, I think 5 matches is like an okay sample. Honestly, 5 matches is even too little sometimes to really get a feel on the deck, and like playing 5 matches is an okay amount. Some of them go longer and some of them go shorter. I think just stop it, Justin. It was not an Abrade, it was a roast. It was a roast. If it was an Abrade, we would have definitely killed their thing. And I'm just gonna hope they have nothing here. When they put in Restoration Angel off of this, I'm gonna concede. All right, we did our best. Came up a little short. Tough mulligan and then a bad cascade. Comes the beat sometimes. 1-1. Let's head back on in here. Yeah, they're all 2-mana red things, so that's fair. And that sounds like a great idea. I like that idea a lot, Johnny Redeem. So yeah, who is the near 2/2 sub? Magical Applegate. So Magical Applegate, if you'd like to take a peek at the things in the donation queue and let me know if you'd like to bump something up, what you'd like to bump up in there, that'll be a new thing moving forward. So tier 2 subs will be able to add 10 points to any deck that they like in the queue. Once per month with their sub. This hand's great. It's a little bit mana heavy, but we'll be able to play anything we draw. It's got a good reasonable curve. I like the idea of user driven content. Let the people that pay the bills pick what we play. Seems only fair. I didn't Abrade the Vial on 2 because I had very limited resources with which to play that game. And Aether Vial is card disadvantage for my opponent, so the only way I was going to be able to catch back up that game is if they had a little bit too many resources. So trading 1-for-1 with a card that could give them a little bit of tempo but put them down on resources, I think was a bad play. That's a little brutal. Let's go ahead and do this. Do this. Donation queue. Lava Man, I would love to kill that one. Yeah, it looks like mono red burn. I'm just gonna get Knuckleblade here, right? I think oh, I guess I could get Scavenging Ooze and go to 4. Is that better? I think I'm gonna get Scavenging Ooze and go to 4. Johnny, I literally already have that, just as an FYI. Literally already have that. Yeah, I think Scavenging Ooze is the play here. This gets it out of bolt range too. For 4 color shadows, sounds good. Sounds good. I'm just all about giving the people what they want. I'm all about giving the people what they want. So this is gonna... oh, do they have a Searing Blaze here? Searing Blood. Okay, I was gonna say, it gained us a bunch, kinda, but we're taking 3 here. If we draw Bloodbraid Elf, we're probably gonna run them out of the game. How's Hearthstone going? I'm enjoying Hearthstone. I'm having a lot of fun with it. We're gonna be doing Hearthstone on Tuesday and Thursday afternoons moving forward, just for a couple hours. We'll be doing Magic in the mornings. Well, if we would have drawn some spells this game, we probably would have done okay. That's pretty frustrating. I'm not going to let them trade off this Eidolon because they're dead in 2 spells. What decks I've been playing in Hearthstone? I've been playing Spell Hunter and Odd Rogue mostly. I also have Tempo Mage and Big Spell Control Mage built and Murloc Paladin. So I have a few different things built. I gave Blizzard some dollars because their game is really good. I'm going to take this hit. Hey, the one. Awesome. Glad to hear it. I should have put this into play tapped. I was just kind of tilting about drawing lands. I'm gonna start by attacking with this, so that way they don't know. They don't know that this Scavenging Ooze is coming. Whoa, they discarded Frostodon too. That's so good for us. All right. And like, they can't double spell to kill me in response here because they'll die to their Eidolon. Yeah, Blizzard is very good at what they do. And my comment last turn about should have played the breeding pool, but I was tilting, is going to come back to bite us here. Because I actually could gain 1 more health here if I would have played the breeding pool. I think this second Scavenging has actually helped us stabilize the game. This card is just so good in Modern. Like, this card's very good in the green-black deck, too. Yeah, 2 spells. Use them wisely. They literally just can't play spells at this point, right? So I have no reason to attack because they're locked under their own Eidolon. There's no Tarmogoyf in this deck because our deck doesn't have sorceries in it. So Tarmogoyf is regularly only a 2/3 or a 3/4. Cast my 5-mana 2/2 with haste. I'm just gonna write my article this week is gonna be talking about green black versus Jund because that's a question people keep asking. So wait for my article on Friday. If you're one of my subscribers, pop into the subs Discord and I should have a preview up by Wednesday. Burn. Definitely want this Baloth. Definitely want this Baloth. I think that's all I want is this Baloth. Maybe I want a couple of Abrades. Just for like playing defense. Yeah, maybe I just want a touch of removal. I think this card was okay there, but it's actually kind of bad, I think, on average. Let's do this. Well, Jund can play Hissing Quagmire. Hissing Quagmire is a green-black land. I actually think the best creature land in The green-black archetype is what's it called? Treetop Village. That card pushes a lot of damage. You can just only play so many of them. This hand's great. We get to go ahead and bolt this, and then our turn 2 gets to be bird plus bolt whatever their turn 2 play is. So I want to like nip this thing in the bud. They boarded in Relic. Well, now I'm really glad that I cut Strangleroot Geist. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and bolt this, just like keep their board pretty clear. Running lands isn't even the worst here because we have these Bloodbraid Elves in our hand. Do you have a way to kill my bird? Fork Bolt's like a mini Searing Blaze, right? That was wrong. I have a Scavenging Ooze in my deck. So the reason why I exiled the Scavenging Ooze, or the creature, was because I was clicking too quickly. They might assume I have Goyf. Relicking themselves is fine. Relicking themselves keeps creatures out of their bin, so... which is definitely something they want to be doing. So we're going to 15, we're going to go to 13 and play this Bloodbraid Elf out this turn. No, I don't think Grimflayer is very good. I don't think Grimflayer, again, when you want to make changes to a deck that someone else is working on, or even just in general, you want to ask yourself, what problem does this deck have, and how am I fixing it by adding this card? And I don't think Grimflayer solves problems that we have. A 2/2 doesn't attack into a lot of things, and you have to warp your deck list to enable the Delirium. Laren X, I've been bribing you to ignore my stupid comments for 3 whole pregnancies. Thanks for the 27 months. Welcome back. That's a long time. Morning, Nivik. Ooh, Scavenging Ooze. Don't mind if it does. I'm going to put this into play tapped. Can only eat 1 creature now anyways. If they don't draw removal for this, we should just run away with the game at this point. This card is so good. Alright, is that a concession mountain? Feels like it's a concession mountain. Ooh. Ooh, I found another piece of candy, chat. Damn it. These fucking elves and these roasts are killing me. I don't think I'm going to be going back to playing Hex. I don't know. I guess I never want to say anything. Like, I've taken breaks from Magic before, too. Like, they'd have to change something pretty drastically, though. Their whole economy is pretty fucked up. And, like, they would need an on-demand way to play Constructed reasonably for okay prizes to, like, grow your collection. I don't know, we'll see. They've been talking about the Cosmic Coin things that they were hoping to do for a while, so hopefully that happens. What we are going to be playing, though, is a lot of Magic. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out here today. I appreciate it. Welcome to our first long Monday stream. I'm going to be live every Monday for 7, 8. Today, I think we're going to do like 9 hours or so. Thanks for hanging out. If you're enjoying the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. My subscribers are the reason that I am here full-time now. You can also support my stuff by supporting my sponsors. InkedGaming.com. We'd love to help you customize your gaming experience using code Jeff12. You can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, and bags with them. Cardsphere.com would love to help you turn your cards into other cards or cash directly with other players. There's no haggling. They just take a 1% fee off the top. And of course, this stream is made possible by viewers like Anaronix, Justin, Nivik, and you. At the very least, if you're enjoying my content, make sure you hit that follow button. Following the stream doesn't cost you anything. It lets you know when I go live and with what. If you can't catch my stream live, be sure to check out my YouTube channel as well, youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland. 100% of my streams get archived there, and I cut them up by deck and by matchup, so you can watch just the stuff that you care about. For instance, if you think this Temur Kiki deck is sweet, I played this deck a bunch on stream. You can just type Temur Kiki, Jeff Hoagland into YouTube, and you'll find a whole bunch of leagues with this deck. Could you run that one back for the old timers? We're 2-1 in this league. We took a rough loss to humans. That matchup is hard because that deck is very good, but we did mulligan we did mulligan and stumble in both games. I am out of dust to build new archetypes in Hearthstone. I'm contemplating giving Blizzard more money though, because I kind of want to play more decks. But at this point, I'm gonna need to farm more gold or put more money in to build more decks. But I already have like 8 decks built, so like I'm not sure that I'm gonna rush to do that. I think the sub icons are okay, Mattman. The sub icons are just like kind of generic, and like there's a 3 and 4 year, 3, 4, and 5 year sub icons that are just generically colored gems as well. I'm going to be playing Hearthstone on Tuesday and Thursday at the end of my stream, usually starting about 3 o'clock or so. And we're going to play for 2 or 3 hours. I actually have Spiteful Druid built. I have Spiteful Druid and I have Token Druid built as well. No, they're just near the top for now, Night of St. Draft. If you look, the decks that I'm planning to play today, I have listed as today in the format column. Yeah, Twitch added the ability, I think they have 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 year sub icons. I added 3, 4, 5 year sub icons. Yeah, I have most of Murloc Paladin built. I think I budgeted one legendary in it. So I'm just going to go ahead and pass the turn here and Bounding Krasis and ambush this Goblin Guide inside of combat, I think. The last couple of decks that I've played that are my design in Modern, I've been working on green-black mid-range for Modern. So I think at this point I'm just gonna go ahead and play this Pestermite and diddle this Swift Spear just so it doesn't get to hit me with the Prowess triggers, and then if they offer the Goblin Guide trade, I'm just gonna take it. Hey, Gundog, thank you very much for the very generous $20 donation. Wanted to give you an updated Magus Storm list as well as add some turbo depths to the clue. Can't wait for the next Legacy Day. Well, thank you. Let me know, want even updated. Oh, okay, so there's already Magus Storm in there and you want to give me an updated list for it. Will do. Sounds good. I have Innkeeper set up. If you didn't catch, I've already streamed Hearthstone a couple of times last week. So again, I put those on my YouTube channel as well. So if you want to see some of the decks that I've played already in that game, those are up on YouTube. We'll be playing that again tomorrow afternoon. It's an okay trade for us there. They're down to 2 cards. If we hit a Scavenging Ooze, we could really be in this game. Like, God, Scavenging Ooze is just so good. That card is so powerful. Every day is Christmas, chat. Every day is Christmas. I've not played Magic Arena. That's a lie. I've played like 4 games on Magic Arena, but I don't enjoy playing limited. And playing constructed on Magic Arena is effectively like playing limited. It literally doesn't have constructed formats. I'm kind of confused as to why Wizards of the Coast has been pushing Arena as hard as they are already when I can't even play Standard on it. Like, it's really confusing to me that like they rushed this out and are having sponsored streams for it already, and like you can't actually play Magic on it, really. At least not any Magic formats that you can really play in paper. Sure, it's in beta, but generally you want your products to be more feature complete before you start doing things like paying people to play them. And I'm aware that they're going to get at least Standard and other real formats at some point, but like it just feels weird to me that they're pushing it as hard as they are with what it currently has in it. All right, so I'm gonna lead on Coiling Oracle here, and then if this misses on a blue source, I'm gonna Misty Rainforest for a basic island, and we'll be able to play the Bounding Krasis this turn. It's funny, the most glowing feedback I've heard consistently for Arena isn't even that Arena is good, it's just that playing Standard without the certain cards is good. It's like, okay, I guess. Yeah, I agree, Pimped Up Monk. It feels like the Arena involves a lot of very short-term thinking. I'm just here for the shilling of Jimmy John's. Well, Jimmy John's is delicious. Thanks for the 5 months, Nilla. I appreciate it. Welcome back. I'm not going to diddle this. No, don't tap him. I'm going to try and block. I assume they have a bolter. What is going on? They knew this was here. Do they have a Searing Blaze? And they're just going to like, nope. Okay. Confused. They've banned Kaladesh block, right? Ooh. Ooh. Well, I guess if I can't play this and this. I'm gonna go ahead and play this and pick my Scavenging Ooze back up. Because that means I can gain some health back here. I'm actually not gonna play the Scavenging Ooze this turn because I don't want it to die before I can gain health. Burn opponent drew 4 lands. We're probably in a good spot. And this is why, like, when people ask me why I don't play decks like Burn, I really feel like Burn doesn't actually beat people. It either just beats itself or doesn't beat itself. Like, if you could never draw more than 3 lands, Burn would be the best deck in Modern. If you could, like, draw exactly 3 lands and never see another one, Burn is very insane. But, like, the games where you hit 4 lands, it's kind of mediocre. I think I'm gonna board just like we boarded against the mono red burn deck a second ago. Hope everyone's having a good Monday. Welcome. Thanks for hanging out here today. This is our... Which match is this? This is the 4th one already? This is the 4th one. So we got this match and then one more with this deck. And then we're going to be playing some blue-black mill after this and a lot of other things coming up today. Hey, Scouty1989. There's a lot of excellent people streaming on Twitch. Thanks for putting your Twitch Prime towards my channel this month. Thanks for the Amazon Fun Money. I appreciate that. Scab-Clan Berserker comes in against spell-based combo decks and control decks. So that's the bullet you want to evolution for against Storm. Reclamation Sage is like okay. It's kind of slow. Hey, Webbledan, thanks for the Twitch Prime support. I appreciate it. So this hand has to take a little bit of damage from its lands, but it's got good spells in it, so I think I'm supposed to keep. No, it's close. I think I'm supposed to bolt on 1 rather than trying to hope my birds live. Yeah, if you're a fan of daytime US streams, my new schedule is going to be great for you. Is Lantern dead? I don't think Lantern was ever super popular. Like, it's a fine deck, but just like it was never a super popular deck. Another bolt on top. God bless. Cloud, thank you for the 3-month resubscription. I appreciate that. Welcome back. A quarter of a year. We streamed Green Black on Friday, I think. Friday. Friday sounds right. So check the YouTubes. You can always answer the what have you played recently question for yourself by heading to my YouTube channel and just scrolling through it. Everything we play always ends up there. Blink of an Eye is just Into the Royal. It's a reprint with a new name. And no, I don't think that card's good in Owling Mine because the bounce spells in Owling Mine bounce lands. That's very important. They allow you to kind of time walk your opponent. Yeah, Blink of the Eye is a functional reprint. It's not a new card. All right, we've missed too many land drops. I'm just gonna have to play this out with possibly not gaining any health. If it gets Searing Blaze, we're probably gonna die, but if they have more Searing Blazes, we weren't winning this game anyways. If you say Lantern 3 times in a mirror, Zach will appear. He's spooky. We could also just die here. They could like play a land and go like 2 mana spell, 1 mana spell, 1 mana spell. So, honestly, Zach, I think the reason why Lantern's just not very popular is that while it's a fine power level for Modern, like everything in Modern, it's just so close in power level to the other things that see play that, like, the places it's really good, it's not good enough to make up for how the deck actually plays out in practice, if that makes sense. I'm gonna put Knucklebuster into play and pass. This is my 4/4. Yeah, pretty much all of the Magic I play is played on stream. I'm streaming enough that I'm not really playing Magic off stream. The only games I've been playing off stream is Hearthstone, and that's only because it's on my tablet. I like play a couple games in bed on my tablet at night. All right, we get to be on the play for this third one, which is nice. I mean, nobody is ever obligated to concede at any point. I actually wrote an article about that. I'm gonna add a Hearthstone command in chat for people. I've heard the number of people that I've heard say things like the Hearthstone's RNG, just like are you watching this game? Just like mulligan a no-lander, a one-lander into another one-lander. Like both Hearthstone and Magic have intentional variance by design. And honestly, the more Hearthstone I play, the more I become kind of convinced that Hearthstone has less variance than Magic in it. The variance in Hearthstone comes in different places, but I think overall the game offers you a lot of way to mitigate the variance that it includes. Yes, yeah, every draw step is variance. That is exactly correct. I'm just gonna go ahead and burn this Izzet Charm on their thing here. And that's not to say that I think the variance in Magic is bad. Variance in games is inherently a good thing. Games that don't have variance tend to get very redundant and repeatable play patterns, which causes them to become boring faster. Also, like, the fact that I can sit down across from someone like LSV or John Finkel and we can, like, actually play a game that I have a chance to win is interesting. Yeah, I feel that, I don't know if I've yet to have I don't know if I've yet to have no non-games, but I feel like I've had very few non-games in Hearthstone. I played a ton of poker during college, during undergrad, and I actually played a charity poker tournament last weekend or 2 weekends ago for the first time in, I don't know, years. And I was like, that was actually okay. My biggest problem with poker is that there's just so much waiting. Yep, yeah, I agree, the one. Hearthstone and Magic both have variance by design, and they put variance in different places. Please let me block. Please let me block. Please let me block. Okay, this wasn't Searing Blaze, so I'm going to count that as a win. I think the mulligan system in Eternal is a big part of why I don't play Eternal. I think the mulligan system in Eternal is lazy and frustrating. I am not a fan, to say the least. I think the fact that Eternal's mulligan system puts a deck building restriction on your deck. It also, like, Eternal's mulligan system creates a lot of non-games. Like, I can't tell you, I think it was like the 4th game in like a set of like 12 or 15 that I played in a day, where like I mulliganed a hand that was unkeepable into a hand that had like all of one type of resources and not the other for my deck, that I was like, nope, I'm done with this, fuck this shit. So Eternal's mulligan system works so the you only get to mulligan, the mulligan system in Eternal is that you only get to mulligan once, and the hand you mulligan into is guaranteed to have between 2 and 5 resources in it. And the way they prevent you from abusing the fact that your second hand always has between 2 and 5 resources in it is they require that every one of your decks have a minimum of 25 resources, or 1/3 of the deck. Pokemon is actually extremely low variance. I actually really like Pokemon as a game. I think Pokemon's gameplay is very enjoyable. It has a lot of depth and strategy in it. Yep. Yeah, Pokemon, there's so much card selection that like you get to do a lot. Maybe I should have just eaten a second thing there when they didn't skull crack me. Yeah, I think I was just supposed to eat a second thing there. Mixmaster Haggis, my weekend was great. Thanks for asking. Hope you're having a good Monday. Welcome. Sure, but like every game has some variance in it. I actually really like Hearthstone's mulligan system. I feel like Hearthstone's mulligan system really rewards me for being familiar with different matchups and different decks. Yeah, I think I made a mistake and was supposed to eat during their upkeep again, because they could have drawn that skull crack for the turn. I don't need double blue ever, right? And I have plenty of red, so I'm just gonna get another green. Oh, I can't shock myself for that, unfortunately. Can I be the... I think you are the first. Have a 10-minute break, enjoy. I love that that's a meme here. It's my favorite. Am I dead, opponent? Suspended Rift Bolt, yep. Remember when I said Burn was the best deck in the format if you could only draw 3 lands ever? This is... I would like to submit Exhibit A. Would like to submit Exhibit A. Alright, we're 2-2. Let's see if we can rattle off a third and become a true modern deck in the 3-2 fashion. Well... That is another way of Hearthstone making up for the fact that you're being on the draw. Honestly, I think I actually like playing Odd Rogue in Hearthstone. I think I actually prefer to be on the draw with that deck, which is neat. The fact that they've been able to balance it where being on the draw isn't an active drawback. All right, that's another... Huh. Okay. Well, I'm just going to put Knuckleblade into play as a big blocker here. And then hopefully we can just curve Pestermite into Kiki and combo them. The coin's very good in Rogue. No, I never played Star Wars or L5R. -3 Karn. Thank you very much for the 5-month resubscription. I do appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. So we lose here. I assume we're gonna lose Freaky Kiki. The Goblin looks castable. Jeff, I'm scared. We're gonna tap 5 lands and put this Kiki into play. Something's very wrong. Oh, geez, I forgot. I should have played this first. Now it's gonna come into play tapped. What a tilt. Mistakes were made, chat. Look, Knuckleblade wouldn't want to get his hands dirty. Of course he's got shivs, chat. You want him to get his big, beautiful hands messy? Well, if they have a bolt here as well, they can kill our Knuckleblade. So big bucks, no bolt, hopefully. What do you think about partial pairs? I think partial mulligans are good in general. I think a big part of the problem is that a lot of the suggestions for making Magic's mulligans less detrimental or better for the game in general are things that would make degenerate decks in formats like Modern and Legacy too good, and like having different mulligan rules for different formats feels bad. God, that's bad for us. They are definitely skill intensive. I agree with that assessment. The fact that I don't have, maybe there should just be trackers in this main deck. Remember when I said if you're a green mid-range deck and you don't have trackers, you're probably messing up? That's probably true. All right. Need to loot through some of these. That's kind of unfortunate. We have the Scavenging Ooze out. The reason why we're not going to try and combo is because Thought-Knot took away our Kiki-Jiki. I really just don't have any good choices here. I guess I'm just poking them with this Pestermite and like keeping Knuckleblade back on defense. I could just get a second Knuckleblade. Hey, Dig, thank you very much for the 213 subscription. I do appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. You played my donation deck on my birthday and I missed it. Still enjoyed watching the VOD this morning. Well, thanks for the bits, Wannabe Beetle. I'm glad you liked it. I never played Magic. I got into MTG Arena. I would recommend going and finding someone streaming Arena and looking at decks that they're playing. Arena doesn't have a format, a Magic format that's the same as any other places in Magic because Arena is an unfinished piece of software. All right, we're pretty dead here. because my opponent had double green up. So when they go to eat it, they can just eat the same thing again, keeping their Scavenging Ooze alive. Is the reason to not try and shock their thing. Because it wouldn't have worked. It would have. The result would have been I'd have discarded a card and they would still have their thing. Let's try this. This is how we boarded last time. Is it? No, last time I brought in, I had Sage in my deck, I think. What did I cut last time? Did I cut the Izzet Charm? I guess Izzet Charm's not very good. That seems okay. Like not amazing, but fine. It's Wizards, not EA. Why would they release? Well, they haven't technically released anything, right? Which is another reason the hard advertising pushes seem so strange to me, because I didn't board in Abrade or... Yep. And I watch us just like draw Izzet Charm that should be Abrade and Reclamation Sage. So... in general, you don't want to be Fulminator Maging the deck after they've used their card. So, Fulminator Maging Eldrazi Temple means they already got to use their Eldrazi Temple, which means they have a large thing in play. And when your opponent has a large thing in play, you don't want to be spending your turn to Stone Rain them, because they're going to get to untap and smack you with the large thing again. So I would much rather have cards that play to the board and interact with what my opponent's actually casting, as opposed to trying to Stone Rain them and hope that that's good enough. The opponent's deck also has copious amounts of mana in it. The red-green Eldrazi deck on average plays somewhere between 22 and 24 lands, in addition to 4 to 8 pieces of acceleration. So Stone Raining the deck that's playing 30 pieces of mana is also not a generally good plan. Put the Scavenging Ooze into play. Oh. Wizards of the Coast looked at all the money Hearthstone was making, and they were like, how can we do this but be greedier? And then they figured it out, and that's what they've executed in Arena. Correct, look no numbers. It is just the least bad option there. That's a great way to put it. But still, that's 28 pieces of mana. 28, 30, whatever. Those are similar amounts of mana. That's the TLDR that they have a ton of mana is correct. I'm not really into shooter games. I played a little bit of Overwatch because some of my friends were playing it, but I'm an old man with bad reflexes at this point, so. Oh, you know what? I should have kept the land in my hand to ban. Although I guess I can't actually take the cages off the table, so it's fine to just roast this. Discarding that. And Scavenge. This card is just so good in these creature matchups. It's kind of unreal how good it is. Maybe you could probably make an argument that I should take the Bolt here because it's reach, but I kind of just like having another way to clear out a large Eldrazi. I do usually play Pharah when we play. I play Pharah or I play a healing character. You can borrow my Scoosh for a turn, enjoy. So you're dead to known information? Alright, they have multiple cages, so I'm going to bring in both my Abrades and both my Reclamation Sages. These are kind of bad. I'm actually just going to trim an Evolution, just in case, like, they get those out and I don't have a way to interact with them. Yeah, I think this is fine. To be fair, they probably didn't have a line that didn't die to the roast there. Thanks for answering all the questions today. I normally question spam whenever you're playing green dudes. It's been helpful. Yeah, not at all. Questions are here. If I didn't want to answer questions, I would just be playing Magic off stream. The point or the extra bonus or whatever you want to call it of streaming is that I get to interact with the chat. Hey, Wessel Mose, thank you very much for the $10 donation. Can we jump the Chads and aggro shift 5 each? Definitely. Definitely can push the Chads and aggro shift 5 each. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. You say that as if interacting with chat is a good thing. Well, opponent mulled to 6. Yep, deal. Seems a little medium. Sweet, we drew a spell. Every time I keep a hand like this, we usually just like draw bricks for the first couple turns, so starting on a spell is nice. Mana Reshaper is a little annoying because it's a card that I like don't really want to bolt, but I probably need to take off the table. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and kill this, I think. It gives me something to get back with Eternal Witness next turn, which is nice. It's a Smusher. If they have a Thought-Knot Seer here, we're pretty dead. Roast. Alright. I'm gonna crack for a Forest. Get back a Bolt. I mean, I guess I can 4-for-1 this Reality Smasher next turn. That's reasonable and beatable, right? Oh, do they not have a land? That's really good for us. Hey, Icy Pestilence. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. There's a lot of excellent people streaming on Twitch right now, so I appreciate you choosing to support my content this month. Thank you and welcome. We could be burn, huh? I'm gonna bolt this and rebuy my bolt again. Hey, Shlama, thank you for the Twitch Prime support. I appreciate it. Remember, if you're someone of the many people out there who has Amazon Prime, if you link it to your Twitch account, you get Twitch Prime for free, and it lets you subscribe to a channel of your choice every single month. Thank you for the support. Thanks for helping me do what I do here. I think the Blood Moons are too clunky. I don't know, maybe I'm supposed to just try and get them. Scavenging Ooze. Spells. So we're gonna block plus Lightning Bolt this turn. This is technically a 2-for-1, right? Like, because the Eternal Witness got back the Reality Smasher. All right, well, you know, Scavenging Ooze is the best draw on our deck at this point. The old post-combat exalted creature, sure. Scavenging Ooze. Knucklebuster. That's not terrible. I didn't bolt the Smasher before damage because it was going to trample regardless. And if I bolted the Smasher before damage, my opponent would have been able to... what's the word I'm searching for? They would have been able to bolt my Eternal Witness before it dealt damage. Alright, let's smack you for 6. That's really unfortunate. So they took 6, but maybe that was greedy. I think I'm waiting on playing Brawl Z. I want to wait for the format to shake out, look at the results of a few different things. Card Sphere is a Puka trade, is all the good things about Puka trade without the shitty Ponzi scheme. So Card Sphere allows you to cash out any points that you have into it at any point, which means that it's not going to self-inflate and then collapse on itself like Puka trade did. That's unfortunate. The last couple of times we played this deck, it just felt like it came up a little bit short. Our aggro plan is just a touch slow for Modern, and our combo is just a touch fragile. I think this deck's a fine choice if you're playing local tournaments, but like if you're looking for something to really be competitive at large events, I don't think this deck is a very good choice for that. It plays a lot of sweet cards, like Savage Knuckleblade is great, and Shaman of the Great Hunt is fantastic, but yeah, I think if I was looking to improve this, honestly, maybe Knuckleblade's not good enough, and I just want Tireless Trackers in the main. We talk about how excellent this card is pretty constantly on this stream, so not just playing them in the main deck is probably wrong. This card beats down a reasonable amount, and it draws a bunch of cards, so it seems like it'd probably be a reasonable main deck inclusion. All right.